and start recording.
Ah,
Yeah, there was a mention in the podcast. I'll be 10 minutes. Sent 10 minutes ago.
oh really?
Yes. 8:17
Og,
a.m. and it's now 8:27. So
og.
I guess you were technically maybe a little early.
Yeah, I had a little nap, little napsy. Um, so you're recording?
Yeah. Like it doesn't
Okay.
take that long to like set up and unset up a thing.
So how are you, my good fellow?
Uh Not too bad. I'm tired.
Hmm.
The
Busy
neighbors
week.
uh there and the neighbors thought it would be cool to celebrate Guy Fawkes until 2 a.m.
Yeah, I am going through that at the moment. Um, I totally forgot about it until a couple of hours ago when I heard firework. It's like, oh, that's strange. And then I heard another one. And I checked the date, and I was like, "Oh fuck! Of course we're recording on Guy Fawkes Night." But
Yeah,
it's celebrated in New Zealand.
it is. In fact, I have fireworks outside my room right now.
I must say I did not know it was celebrated outside of the UK.
I think it's very much a Commonwealth thing,
Hmm.
but
I mean that makes sense, but I've just never really heard of anybody outside the UK discussing it.
no,
But
because I mean, while we technically celebrate it, it isn't that much of a big deal.
hmm. I mean, it's not really a big deal here either. To
It's
be
fireworks
fair.
day. It's the only
Yeah.
fireworks day we have.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
I don't. Yeah, you can't actually buy them for New Year's.
But you can't buy them.
Yeah, pretty sure you can't buy them out of season.
Oh, I mean, I must admit I've never tried to buy fireworks, but
Oh, good,
I
because
I
they're
know
fucking expensive.
I know that around the little kiosks come up at the stores around Guy Fawkes and around New Year's, but
No. When you
um
say kiosks, is it literally like what I went to yesterday, which is just a truck in a parking lot?
no, no, uh really, uh
Yeah, like legit. There's like on the, I guess what you could call like the one of the main roads in the industrial area. There's just like a, is it gravel? No, it's not even gravel, but it's just like dirt and stone, fucking flat piece of land, and a truck just drives up, parks in, and it's just two motherfuckers selling fireworks out the back of a truck.
I'm absolutely 100% certain that does happen here, but I more mean that if you go to the local supermarket, the typically the tobacco kiosk. Um, I don't know if this is a thing, but like it's like a if you go into the supermarket, and of course you've got all the checkouts.
Yeah,
Next to it, there'll be a little kiosk, and they have the cigarettes, and
yeah. I know which ones you're
yeah,
talking about.
they may have like an extra shelf with fireworks that they come there, but I'm pretty sure you can buy them out of season. Um,
Well, for starters, our our grocery stores won't sell them, but like
really? Hmm.
well, no, fuck, that's Christmas time, man. We don't have time for fucking Guy Fawkes. But like, I think like the pseudo Walmart
Hmm.
does. It it's frustrating because the thing you have to keep in mind is a lot of the times when I say something, I don't really mean that. Like you said, you would go to the bakery when you were like talking about Greg's because nobody fucking knows what Greg's is except
Exactly.
everyone now knows what Greg's is. The issue
Yeah,
is when the analogies don't quite line up. Like I say, oh, you don't go to the grocery shop to buy fireworks, but you can go to Walmart. But
yeah,
to an extent, Walmart is a grocery store
yeah,
just because
yeah.
it
See,
covers literally everything.
yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I meant when I said supermarket. Like the supermarket will have them, but like the local corner shop, well, depending on where you are, I guess maybe they might. But if it's a one run by a guy called Ian, he'll have them. If it's run by Rajesh, he won't. You know. Uh,
But you have corner stores still run by Ian's?
my local is run by Marie and Paul. Um, and all the ones around it are run by Mohammed's and Rajesh's. um, it is definitely an outlier, to be honest. But
I mean, the
um,
biggest outlier I've had is if you go about 20 k's that way. I say pointing in no particular direction. There's a small. It's not even worth calling a village.
what, just like a few houses.
More like a pub. Or
Right, right.
it's more like a pub on a crossroad, and a couple of things have now been built around the pub because the pub is
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
There's a fuck it, let's call it a hamlet. There is a hamlet called Helcombe,
Manlet Hamlet.
and inside Hamlet there is the pub,
Yeah,
and then there is a fish and I mean, fuck, it's even smaller than when I used to live, but same concept. There's the pub, there's the corner shop, and then there's the fish and chip shop.
right.
And the crazy thing about it is the fish and chip shop is run by the Indian dude, and the Asian and the Chinese guy runs the dairy or the corner store.
The pub is run by.
Some white motherfucker.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. I've never heard of a non-white person owning a pub here.
Oh,
I don't.
heaps of Indians do over here.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a color barrier that I don't think is
But
crossed much here.
I mean, I think it's in the way it's here. It always seems like it's almost like a silent partner thing. Like no Indians going like, my dream is to like save up enough money so I can like own a pub.
Yeah,
Rather, it's like they own the pub and then they get other people to manage it.
yeah, yeah. Oh.
But I'm just saying there's a lot of like sings on
Hmm.
invoices that I have to send kegs to. Sing spelled,
um.
yeah, Singh.
Yeah, Sikh. I think that's Sikh.
I thought Sikh was Sikh.
No, no, as in the name Singh. The name
Uh
Singh is a Sikh name. I'm pretty sure. I think it means lion.
oh okay, no. I thought it's meaning like it's pronounced Sikh.
No, no, no. It's
So
it's a Sikh name.
no. Like I know there are some. It's one of the most frustrating fucking things. Like you conquers half the fucking world, somehow manages to fuck up Latinizing every alphabet that they come across. Just like Chinese pisses me off. I mean, we've had this like to no end about your fucking witchy gaming.
Yeah, like I don't know how Beijing used to be imagined as Peking. I don't know what went wrong there because the language hasn't changed. It's always been Beijing, but
So
the first
it's literally Beijing duck.
yeah, yeah, Beijing and Peking are the same thing. It's just Peking is the old British Empire um sort of spelling of it, and now the new Romanization Pinyin is Beijing. Um, yeah,
The more you know.
but yeah,
But
where the fuck's the K game came from? You know, I.
yeah, but the one that fucking always gets me is and I guess to an extent this one isn't England's fault because I'm pretty sure the place was very much under French control, but won. But the Vietnamese spelling of it, where it's
On
like
like Nguyen, but it's
yeah,
NGYU,
yeah, but
like EN, yeah.
yeah, it's supposed to be pronounced once. Like no, that's
Yeah.
Mugen.
Nugent. Yeah. Oh,
But yeah, fireworks. It's a thing here, except like not really.
well, I mean, I'd say if we were having this conversation like 30 years ago, I think there were a lot of other traditions associated with Guy Fawkes Night, like the penny for the guy thing, where you have like a straw man in a wheelbarrow, and you can it's like a proto trick or treat where you go around like penny for the guy and shit like that. But that's been superseded by Halloween. So really, all Guy Fawkes is now is just fireworks. Um,
And
that's it.
whispers of like anti-government sentiments.
Yeah. Yeah, edgy masks at the local nerd store. Yeah.
I'm talking about just in
Um.
general. I mean,
Oh yeah, but
I made my tweet like if I knew fucking it was gonna be if catching this guy was gonna make the next couple of centuries so
yeah, I
fucking
saw. I
loud.
saw.
Fucking hell.
Um. Uh.
Um, um, aim, ooh,
Fuck off.
e, no, fuck, screwed it up. Don't worry.
I do not know what you were referencing. Why?
Ting, ting, walla walla bing
Bang,
bang.
wada wada, bing bang.
There we go.
Yeah, how do you? So I'm just looking at my browsing history, and there's just a massive one called Goku Among Us.
I'm
In the
sure
fucking.
that's fucking fantastic, but it's not podcast material.
You sure? You
I'm
sure?
absolutely sure I do not want to talk
We
about Goku.
we can't get 10 minutes on Goku Among Us. Fuck. What's even the point?
I don't want 10 minutes on Goku at all. I'll talk about Among Us
No.
to the best of my abilities, as in I don't know fucking anything about it.
I won't talk about Among Us if Goku isn't included. We're just gonna have to axe the whole thing.
Cool.
The whole
That's
thing.
fine by me.
All right. Well, I don't know about you. No, it's courtesy to ask you first. So, how has your week been?
Um, tiring.
A lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work. I get most of next week off. It kind of got tiring to the point it's like, fuck this, I'm taking a holiday, and I put in a week's leave. So
Hmm.
that's
Nice.
what's it called next week, or at least most of it, because yeah, well for starters, I ended up working fucking Labor Day going back 2 weeks ago now, and that kind of just put me in a fucking sour mood.
Hmm.
However, the flip side of working Labor Day, and not that it changes anything, my conveniently of all the like 9 people out of 50 something got Labor Day off, and one of them just happened to be the boss. Fucking
Curious.
curious indeed. But between that and me not coming to the conclusion until Tuesday anyway, I technically didn't put in enough notice to get Monday off, so I have to go in Monday. But Tuesday through Friday I've got off. So that's going to be fun. There's a point to this, I'm sure.
Point to what?
I don't know why I'm talking about it. It's probably a point.
It's your life.
Who gives a fuck about my life except for all the things that we're going to talk about later?
What are we going to talk about later?
I don't know. I mean, I got robbed. Do we want to talk about me
Oh
getting
yes,
robbed?
yes. Well, well, I mean, normally you ask me how my thing's been first.
Yeah, but I mean, but we're getting there.
Yeah, I have many questions about this. I do. So.
I know.
Um,
So
but
how has your week been?
thank you for asking. Busy as well. Past 2 weeks. I had an anime presentation, and then I had a lot of work to do this sort of past week. I had an essay due in 2 hours 42 minutes ago, which I finished with 6 minutes to spare. So this whole sort of past week has been
And your server times out, and you and like 7 other classmates don't get theirs submitted.
yeah, it's a new system, so I had to fucking accept new terms and conditions. Took like a minute because it's those awkward ones where you have to fucking scroll down and shit. Like,
That's one of the few moments where it's okay to remember that you don't need to use the scroll wheel and you can just click on the fucking thing and
yeah,
just
warp speed that shit. So I've got an anime essay due in on Tuesday, so that's my weekend taken. And yeah, the Hagrid as well.
yes.
No.
Tell me
No, I
more
mean-
about the Hagrid.
Yeah, so I'll be perfectly honest. When you brought it up, I was a bit miffed. I was like, why the fuck's this guy having a go at me? And I thought, you know what? I remembered my fucking anger management from when I was 13. I was like, just chill out, think about it. Take 5 minutes away from the screen, right? Don't use any gamer words. And I just thought about it. I was like, no, it's absolutely justified. Yeah, no, it's been a while, and I said I would do it, and I haven't. It's fully fair enough.
It's been over 2 months.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it's basically just been a thing of you said you needed it for Christmas, and I just hasn't been a priority for me. I check every so often. I've been going to a different, like every week I'll like pop into a post office and look for a magic box that's the perfect size, which of course doesn't exist because people don't make boxes for Hagrids, So, yeah, and it was earlier this week I was like, fuck it, I've got to come up with a solution. Which is why I was pissed off, I think, was that I'd eventually thought of a solution after 2 months of basic inaction. And then the day after you have a go at me and I'm like, well, I'm doing it. And it's like, no, it's fair enough. But, yeah, so I bought literally the packaging is the cost of what I sold the Hagrid for, just in and of itself. I'm gonna wrap it in a ton of fucking paper and just tape that bitch together. And maybe if it looks really flimsy, I'll have to buy a couple of cardboard boxes and just staple them together around it. But that's how the Hagrid is going. It's coming. The materials are coming tomorrow. But my granddad also comes tomorrow. I have to help him, so I don't know if I probably won't be able to get at the post office tomorrow. But I don't have classes on Monday until afternoon, so I have time on Monday.
And there's probably, to be honest, like 3 fucking post offices between your house and fucking university. There's probably one in the train station.
Yeah. There's. I mean, there's a couple in the city. It's mainly that. Again, it's Monday, so it should be fine. But something that is fucking me up is that the bus company that runs my area is going on strike.
Oh, based.
Beginning on Tuesday. I'm all for collective action, of course, but man has to get to university,
I'm more of the I'm all for collective action. I'm just not all for organized collective action.
Oh, you just want that spontaneous
anarchy
shit?
I don't. I think it severely diminishes the effectiveness of a strike if people know you're going to strike.
That's fair enough, but as somebody who's going to be very impacted by the strike, I do like getting the heads up. It's actually really going to suck because there is another bus company that does one bus every 15 minutes. That's going to be packed. It's not a double-decker, and they use a different ticket system, so I can't even buy weekly tickets. I'm going to have to pay for a day ticket, which is like 100% the extra cost. But it doesn't start until Tuesday. So the Hagrid should be unaffected. I should be able. So all that's on the mind, really. But yeah, fuck that. Let's talk about you getting fucking robbed. Because man, I want to.
So, once upon a time, there's a lot of ways to start this, but we'll start once upon a time about, I think fuck was actually like 2 years ago.
Right.
I got a fucking coupon in Humble Bundle for like 10 or 15% off like the Monogatari novels from a specific vendor, and
Oh, Pog.
I'd held on to it for a long fucking time, and basically until it was about to run out. Like the
Hmm.
coupon was about to expire, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's just do it." And bought everything, but in buying everything, I also like pre-ordered the latest one that was gonna come out like in a few fucking months after that as well. It was a fucking mess. It didn't. So basically, there was an entire like year before I fucking got it because one, waiting for something to come out, and then everything also getting delayed because fucking Rona hit by the time it was shipped off.
Yeah.
So I actually didn't get here until about this time last year. And I went, cool, seems nice, and left it in its box outside my room. For those who
Hmm.
don't know, I live in a shed. So my room is a shed at the back of the property, and
Hmm.
that's where the box sat for a year, in amongst a whole bunch of other boxes, and it was great. Um, Fast forward to Monday. Housemates decided they were going to do some spring cleaning, and so all the boxes and shit outside my room got moved.
Hmm.
And they went, okay, that's nice. Fast forward an hour, I'll leave my room and start looking around. It's like, there's supposed to be a box here.
Yeah.
There is not a box here. Have any of you seen a box? No, no one's seen a box except for all the boxes over there. Well, those boxes are not the boxes I'm after.
Hmm. Hmm.
Surely someone's fucking seen this box. And so I spend the next fucking, well, basically the rest of my fucking Monday looking for a box
Yeah.
that's been misplaced. But everyone's adamant they didn't see a box. I can't find a fucking box anywhere.
Hmm.
Um, and so I kind of give up searching.
Yeah.
But
You just what? You just assume it's somewhere, and
I'm
it'll
assuming
come up.
it's someone's probably put it fucking somewhere stupid. It'll show up eventually.
Yeah.
Fast forward about 20 or maybe like 48 hours. Kind of come to the start coming to the conclusion. You know what? Maybe this like maybe it hasn't been misplaced. I'm sure if it was somewhere fucking stupid, someone would have found it by now. It's
Yeah.
it's not a small box.
Hmm.
And so kind of start coming to terms with the fact that it's maybe been stolen. But then it's a weird one to think about getting stolen because
Can I ask a question quickly?
go for it.
Is this a type of? Is this like a storage box, or is it a cardboard box
Literally,
just with?
literally the box it got mailed in.
Right. Okay.
So like, for all intents and purposes, an Amazon box.
Yeah. Yeah.
A year-old kind of showing its wear Amazon box.
Hmm.
I kind of anyway. I start coming to the fact that maybe it's been stolen, but it's such a strange thing to be stolen because you got to wonder
Yeah. Of
like
course.
who would steal it.
Hmm.
But as far as everyone in the world but me and the shipping company knows there ain't shit in that box. Like,
Yeah.
nobody knows what's in that box. And that box is surrounded by a bunch of other boxes.
Mm.
Every other box was empty and didn't have shit in it. So, but fucking no one would know that. And to be honest, gonna leak like secret details that'll probably get me fucked over in the long run. There's not a lot of fucking security here.
Yeah.
There's not a lock on my room. There's not a lock on the shed next to my room. I keep my fucking keys in the ignition. Of all the things to steal, be it
Yeah.
the fucking crotch rocket, the $4,000 computer, or whatever, this box of books is such a weird one to steal.
Yeah. But yet it was stolen.
But yet it was stolen. So it would have been what, Wednesday night or afternoon. I kind of go, well, I doubt anyone who's stealing it, because nobody fucking knows what's in it. It's not like anyone who was stealing it is really fucking into Monogatari.
Yeah.
Um, so I hop on eBay and start looking for like Monogatari fucking book collections, and I find that this entry for conveniently every single book in the series that I bought, all in its wrapping, are listed a day or two ago. Bearing in mind that it, again when I say like eBay, I'm not meaning actually eBay, but like a
Yeah.
local
Yeah. Yeah.
equivalent. But apparently there's like, if you list your auction or whatever the fuck for just a week, it's free or something, or you don't need premium account or whatever the fuck it is they do. I don't know, I don't use it. um so it's got like 6 days left on the auction and buy now and shit, and it's in my town, which, I mean, is Monogatari is wildly popular. Probably not so popular that someone's selling the exact same thing at the exact same time. You know, this isn't like some fucking Lee Child's novel that is basically like the town fucking bicycle.
Yeah.
I don't
It
know.
is.
I don't know who Lee Childs is. I don't know what their fucking books are about, but God, does everybody read them?
Yeah, I think literally in my bookcase there's a bunch of Lee Childs. Yeah.
It's just like, if I'm ever in someone else's house and I like go to the bathroom, there's probably like a Lee Child's book next to the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a big toilet book.
It is the fucking Sports Direct mug of novels. I don't know where the fuck people are getting them, but everyone has one.
Yeah.
Um, so I look at this like, this really gets the pog pondering.
Yeah.
So I go inside and I like ask my roommates some sort of like questions about like how eBay works, because they're more familiar with it than I am. It's like, so how long do like auctions last? It's like, oh, typically like a week or something. It's like, that's interesting because I'm looking on eBay right now and there's this entire thing listed in like the past 24 hours. And the crazy thing about this is, between like me researching this, and then going out and asking my roommates about it, and then coming back, the listing had been removed, which was fucking bizarre to me.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those ones where it's not like if you delete the listing, it disappears completely. It just says like, this listing has been removed, and it still shows you fucking everything about it.
Oh, right.
So it's not like I'd lost like evidence or anything.
Mm.
but I go through with it and um say fuck it, let's submit a police report. So I spend, I don't know, like half an hour doing that. But then obviously now that I've told everyone about this, like there's this thing on Trade Me and it looks not eBay. eBay here is called Trade Me.
I've
Well,
used Trade Me before, actually, so yeah.
have you? Oh, all right, because you did
Yeah,
the Secret Santa thing here ages ago, didn't you?
yeah, I bought a knockoff New York Yankees jersey for a guy. Derek Jeter, I think, on Trade Me. Because I couldn't eBay ship it to him. Sorry,
Yeah.
continue. Um,
But with this new information, everyone kind of renewed their efforts in their own sort of investigation. So the landlord um has a godson. I think that, you know, like if I'm a kid's godfather, they're my godson. I'm assuming that's how
yeah,
it
yeah,
works. Yeah, cool.
yeah.
Because I've been wondering, like, I gotta tell the story. Is this how it actually fucking is? Anyway, he's a fucking useless wank stain that, but he was here over the weekend, fixing up one of his many pieces of shit cars that I piss on. I don't think we've talked about that on the podcast, but we've talked about it before. Um, I piss on his cars because I don't like them here. But he was working on fucking one of them with a couple of mates, and we've texted him about it like in the past 48 hours. Like, hey, have you seen the box? No, I have not seen the box. And but then it's the matter of like asking the right questions to get the right answers. And so
Okay.
with renewed
What did
efforts,
Detective Moon do here?
oh no, I didn't do shit. This was my landlord, because
No.
she talks to him, not me.
Detective Landlord.
Yeah, detective landlord earning that fucking rent. Um, text them like, oh, okay, so you didn't see in a box. Did you have anyone else over besides the one like friend of his that we know? And he's like, yeah, I had another mate over for a bit to help me with like fixing the car.
Yeah.
And it's like, has he seen a box? It's like, oh, I'm with him right now. I'll just ask. And he's like, he apparently says like, he says no, but I know when he's fucking lying. And so my landlord's like, okay, where are you two now? And he's like, oh, I'm at my mum's place. And so my landlord goes off to handle that. And from here on, it's all like secondhand accounts from me. Because I ended up texting him like, oh, I'm dealing. That's not important. Trying to figure out how to tell stories. It's amazing.
So is this like a situation of the godson trying to save face and blame his friend, or is this a actual friend did it?
The godson has a lot of reasons in his life to not steal.
Okay. So he's not trying to save face. All right.
So no, he's not trying to save face. In fact, from what I've heard, he actually had a mean fucking go at his mate over this.
Yeah.
But they all had a go at him. I was not privy to basically any of this, but I get like a call basically an hour after I've sent off the police report, like, we have your books. It's like, oh, nice. And yeah, then I get my books back, and that's kind of that.
Mad.
The would be burglar had a fucking mean rack up by everyone but me, apparently. I don't even know his name. I don't know where the fuck he lives. Everyone's kind of conveniently been avoiding giving those details to me.
Yeah, yeah. That's mad.
Yeah,
That
so
is
now I have the books. The books are inside my room now.
yes. In
The-
their box, not to be read.
well, he fucking wrecked the box. Like
Really?
it's not enough to just like, you know, open the top, but he like tore open the sides, so
Oh, okay.
that the box is like all like flat. but it can
Yeah.
still like kind of wrap up.
Mm.
But so it's kind of sitting there like folded in on itself with the books and my wall of boxes that I haven't unboxed since moving in a year and a half ago.
So did the man really just like,
Just
oh, saw
walked
that the
up,
thing was open,
walk,
I just saw a box and picked it up and went? Like,
yeah, and then tried to sell it on fucking Trade Me.
fucking mongoloid,
Yeah,
Jesus
he's
Christ.
he's not a world class thief.
I was gonna say, because I mean, I don't know, like, I mean, just doing that is like, what the fuck? But also, like, if you're gonna do that, then go the whole hog. Take the PC, take the fucking honor
Oh,
horse, you
oh
know?
no.
Like,
Well,
take the
well, the thing
shit.
is, well, to be fair, when I'm trying to figure out like how the fuck someone could have stolen this, I'm assuming it's someone in no way related to this. When he showed up, I'm a fucking introvert. I'm in my room the entire time. If he tried to break in, I'm sitting here with a fucking baseball bat.
Yeah.
Like that's so it's not like that. It was literally just there's a box like out in the open. I'm gonna just pick it up and take it.
Yeah, but no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to do that and the person's not in, then I mean,
Yeah.
it just seems weird to take a box. So they're gonna notice the box, and you don't know what you've robbed. It's like actually, a couple of times I've been on the bus, and I sit at the front of the bus on the upstairs, and there's a normally the crackheads sit at the back, right?
Yes,
But
I am a crackhead.
sometimes they'll sit at the front. So they'll sit in the other chair on the front. And I've noticed this a couple of times, and it really only is with the crackheads. And what they'll do is they'll bring out a bag of stuff and they'll start taking out or taking objects from a local supermarket out of the thing and studying them. And I always thought, what the fuck are they doing? Like, you know what you've bought, and that's what got it. Ah, yeah, they haven't bought it. They've just been taking random shit as, like, opportunistic. Like, no one's looking, I'll take this. And they don't even know what they've taken. So I'm literally seeing somebody look at their spoils of war, because they're on the bus, so there's no one following them. And I swear there was a point for me bringing that up. But
No, that's fair enough. I mean, the next question on to all is, but I'll finish with like the epilogue,
yeah,
I guess.
please do.
Got obviously I've filed the police report, but then an hour later it gets solved, so I have to like send an update to the police report. And for a bit of a laugh, I did kind of leave it very vague, in a sort of like, what is the news? It's like, oh, update, would be
I've solved the problem.
would be thief has been found, confronted, and goods returned. So just for a bit of laughs for the police, I was like, did he just fucking murk a dude or something? But no, I got called last night, and it's like, oh, so we see that you did this. I was like, oh, so what happened? It's like, oh, we followed up on some like other leads and found out that yeah, we know who fucking stole it. We got the shit back, and then it's kind of reached a point where, to be fair to this police officer, it's at this point it's like 6 o'clock on a Friday night. He just wants to fucking go home. But so it's kind of, we come to things just like we can't be fucked doing anything about this. You know, he wants to go home. I can't be bothered like asking people. So what's your friend's name and address so that I can get the police? Because it's like, obviously I've been debating with it for the past couple of days of like, do I actually want to ruin this fucking moron's life? And I'll say that, like, he's a kid. He's like 17 to 19. Still doesn't quite have a fully developed prefrontal cortex.
Yeah.
To be fair, probably never will. But like, do I actually just want to ruin this guy's life over some fucking weeb shit?
Mm.
And You know, if I could get away with just having the police like knock on his door and him shitting his pants, that would be nice. But it's yeah, if it's not there to do anything, is it worth like fucking taxpayer money?
Yeah. The answer is always fuck the taxpayer.
I am the taxpayer.
Yeah. Everyone else is fucking the taxpayer. You should fuck the taxpayer too. Yeah.
But I mean, I did kind of leave it vague as of like, where it's like, on one hand, like I don't give too much of a shit, but he does have all these other listings on his like eBay account. You know, I don't know if
Yeah.
someone else is getting fucked over. Maybe you should look into it,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think anything's gonna come of it.
That sucks though. Like I really like. I don't know.
I mean, I'll say the one thing that has yet to happen is I have to see the godson again and you know, like, are you still gonna hang out with that fuckwit?
Yeah.
Because even though he didn't do it, he's kind of like in the shit himself.
Yeah.
It's like,
He's got, if you're friends with thieves,
yeah,
like.
if you're friends with these people, like, you got to get your shit together. But more to the point, like, you don't have friends over here now.
Yeah.
You bring anyone to this place that we don't fucking know, they're trespassing.
100%.
But yeah, so that's my story. Have you stolen anything? There's the segue. Things you've stolen.
When I was a kid, yeah, that's it. When I was a kid, I had a,
Pyramid
I
scheme
didn't
running. I embezzled $100,000.
I didn't fully understand the concept of private property, let's say.
Fucking
There was
lived
actually,
left.
there was actually apparently an incident. I'll be honest, I'm too young to remember this, so this is what I've heard from my mother. But basically, we were in Tunisia on holiday when I was 6, and they had a postcard shop. And again, to me, there were just these pictures that were outside. And so I pointed to my mother and said, "Look, what are these? These pictures." She's like, come on, move along." And then halfway down the street, I was like, "Mum, look at these pictures," because I just picked up a bunch, right? And I was showing her the pictures, and she was mortified because she knew that they cut people's hands off here. So she like took me back to the store and gave the cards back. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I remember. I actually remember getting bollocked by a very loud Indian man um, at a corner shop because I was standing in line. I was like 6 or 7, and there was a cream egg. I just took the cream egg because I wanted a cream egg, and the Indian man sat me on a box, had a right go at me, and my sister was there, and we had like bikes, and my sister was there, and so he gave me a bollocking in front of my sister, and then there was this sort of, I think I
And then
cried.
she has to carry the message back to your parents, and then you
Yeah,
get a
so well,
bollocking from fucking them too.
here's the thing, yeah. So we both had bikes, and so we both exit. Oh yeah, because he's saying like she good girl, you bad boy, right? And then we exit, and we both sort of look at each other because she wants to tell on me because she wants to see me, get punished more, and I want to get there first to blame it on her. So we fucking race back home. I got bollocked again. So yeah, but I mean, I had it's sort of a personal thing, but let's say that like somebody I might have told you this already, but for the sake of the podcast, I don't. But let's just say somebody in my family stole a lot of money, and I saw how that, fucked my mother's life up essentially. So that was a pretty good, don't fucking do this, if anything. So, no. Well, yes, when I was a kid. What about you?
Um, I mean, I kind of went to fucking Walmart once when I was young, and it's like, I want a fucking Snickers or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
And it's like, okay, like, grab a Snickers then. And so I grabbed the Snickers, and because you're going to the fucking Walmart with your mum and she's shopping for fucking clothes for 3 hours or something, and you're kind of just sitting there for 3 hours holding this fucking Snickers.
yeah.
Eventually, just put it in my pocket and forgot about it. And then,
Oh, actually,
and
oh,
then
sorry.
like, you leave fucking Walmart, you get in the car, and it's like, what's this in my pocket? It's like, oh, I got a Snickers and I forgot to fucking pay for it. So I got a free Snickers. Like, my mum did not try and, like, make me give it back. She's just like, yeah, don't fucking tell anyone about this.
I actually, I just remembered. No, there was actually something I did. I did steal maliciously when I was 8. Actually, 7 or 8, about that age. Um,
I borrowed my
uh,
friend's video game and I pretended he never gave it to me.
a deck. I took a deck of Pokemon cards from the nerd shop, and I had a leather jacket. And I had an inside pocket, and I just put it in the inside pocket. Um,
Who the fuck's
I
giving
remember,
a 7-year-old a leather jacket?
you know,
I'm
rules.
I'm of the opinion that you should not be getting a leather jacket until you're an adult, because that shit's
No,
fucking
but
expensive, and I don't
no,
want to
no, no,
buy
no,
them for
no, no, no,
someone who's
no.
fucking growing.
This was not an expensive leather jacket. It probably wasn't even leather, right? But let's be real here. But it looked like a leather jacket. But yeah, and I remember showing my brother these cards, and my brother was like, "Oh, cool, 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 cool." And it came up later, like 10 years later, um, that he fucking knew because all the cards have a stamp of which set they were on, and because I was 8, I didn't have any disposable income. How the fuck did I get these cards? So my brother knew that I must have just fucking took them, but he never said anything. Um, but yeah.
I mean, aside from that, I am a fantastic kleptomaniac of things at work.
Oh yeah, that's
If there's
fair.
a pen on a desk and no one's around, I'm fucking putting that in my box.
Uh,
Just no, I mean, it all fucking comes back at the end, because
yeah, what do you
everyone's like, oh fuck, have you got a pen on? Where I was like, here, you can have this one.
mean? Yeah, okay.
It's I'm of the opinion that they're better living with me than fucking getting lost and probably crushed under a forklift or something because someone doesn't give a shit.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Yep, it does. I
uh,
mean, one of the great things about of these things that I just quote unquote steal is so you got the fucking what you wrap up your pellets in cling wrap.
right.
These big fucking rolls of it that are like 600 meters long or something, and like 45 centimeters wide, if not like longer than 600 meters. And if you ever tried to wrap a pellet with one of those, you'll know that it fucking burns your fingers. It's honest to God fucking rope burn, because you're just
Right.
you're running around a pellet, and this tube about what 3 centimeters in diameter is spinning around. It
Mm,
it fucking burns. So what a lot of these things come with is these little plastic sort of rings that you can like pop inside the roll that you can hold on to and not burn yourself.
yeah.
The issue is the times change from manufacturer to manufacturer, and some will send them with them, and some won't. And during a lot of the times when we have a manufacturer that doesn't send them, there's a drought of them. And because everyone just thinks they're disposable pieces of shit, they get crushed and thrown away and fucking everything when everyone never expects never expects there to be a shortage.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting over here with like a fucking cardboard box full of them. Like,
Because you know.
yeah, because I know. I fucking know. I like my delicate, pretty hands. I want to protect them. God, it just got real quiet all of a sudden.
I don't know how to. I don't know. Sorry, I had no idea how to segue from that.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
In other news, according to Twitter, LGBTQAI LMNOP rights are under attack in Poland, and for that we say based.
I was gonna say I didn't even know they existed in Poland.
Apparently. Where were we going with this? We had other things to talk about that weren't just me getting blurgled.
Did we? I don't know about that.
I don't know. It's like 2 episodes late now, but I got a ducky.
Oh, cool. What's the character?
Swami.
Yeah.
It's character's not important. The important part is it's comfy as fuck.
Yeah, I've got a pillow, like just the pillow. Yeah.
I don't know if I want it with just a pillow.
Well, it wasn't like mine.
Well, I'm assuming that like
But
it's probably just the material that the cover's made out of, but it's a great fucking heat exchanger.
I guess.
Like I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Like you know the feeling of like flipping over the pillow to the cool side of the pillow.
Yeah.
It's that, but against your entire fucking body.
Eh,
It's
I
great.
don't, I know. I guess I've just never
And then on the
really
flip,
felt that strongly.
I mean, it's not easy to fucking explain. Like trying to explain why thing feels good is not easy. But it between that and on the flip side of like the opposite of the cool side of that pillow is kind of like waking up and there's just like this warm thing against your chest.
Wait, what's warm?
The pillow. It's a nice feeling. I think everyone should get one. Even if they just get it with like a plain white fucking cover. Because they don't want to have to explain to like the neighbors why there's this 14-year-old anime girl
Yeah,
on the clothesline.
That's what I've got. I've got the pillow, and it's just got a normal cover. And it's like it was bought as an orthodontic pillow, but it's the perfect metrics of a Vadaki pillow. And that's the thing. I don't use it. I've used it a couple of times, and it's nice, but I don't know. I clearly don't feel as strong about it as you because I'm not currently using it.
Maybe you should.
Perhaps I may revisit my entire Daki policy. Probably not though.
Yeah.
The anime class has been interesting.
That's the other thing we were supposed to talk about. Go on.
Yeah. So we talked about shoujo last week, and this week we talked about yokai and like spirits and shit. The shoujo one was really interesting. I had to give a 5-minute presentation um, that week that I could honestly probably do off the top of my head, but it's not particularly good. Um, that was about challenging my conceptions on. Oh shit! No, I had a proper title for it. Um, how initial, how my initial anime conceptions were challenged. Uh, and the blah 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 blah, and the realization of the essential distinction between anime as a medium and anime as considered a genre. Something
Oh,
along
hey,
those.
it's my entire reason of why I avoided anime for like 20 fucking years.
How so?
Oh, because I equated anime to Dragon Ball Z, which I thought was fucking god awful.
Yeah, yeah. Um. So yeah, so I just talked about my whole thing was basically that I was having a conversation with a friend. I knew that I was presenting on the shoujo week, so I said to him, "I'm going to do mine about K-On!" And my friend was saying K-On! Isn't a shoujo, and I was like, "Of course it's a shoujo. It's not harem. It's not whatever female cast set in a school." And he was like, "No, but it's a slice of life." It's like, "Oh shit!" So we have some heated
It's
discussion,
not a
and
shoujo because you want to fuck them.
and we settle on it being a slice of life shoujo. And then, of course, I Google it after to try and prove I was right. And it turns out that K-On! Oh, fuck, hang on, I had to learn this. So off the top of my head, K-On!, the original 4-panel manga strip done by Kakifly in the serial publication Manga Time Kirara, um, is a seinen magazine, um, which we couldn't believe. And I talk about the inherent irony that me, myself, an adult male, and my friend, an adult male, couldn't believe that this anime was marketed to adult males that we both liked, and so then I just list through a bunch of other that same Manga Time Kirara also published Yuru Camp. So I talked about Yuru Camp, and then I talked about Love Live, how Love Live is also a seinen, because I think it's unlike Idolmaster, Love Live was initially concepted for an otaku audience, um, and it's
So
why there's more fan service and stuff.
what the fuck was Idolmaster contented for then?
I don't know. I've never seen that. Uh,
Cool, that makes
uh.
two of us.
so yeah. Then I talk about other challenge. Like how is it that this anime about cute girls playing instruments or girls camping and stuff is marketed to the same audience as Berserk and Akira and things like that. But of course it is, because anime isn't a genre. Like, people may say they're into cinema, or they like watching Netflix, but in reality they like watching specific shows or specific movies, right? It's not a genre, it's a
Nah, man, I
medium.
have a
And
fucking unfettered live stream. Anything ever's like, you know how they say that like 50,000 hours or something is like added to YouTube every minute.
yeah,
I just got like YouTube on times 50,000, just clockwork oranging into my brain.
all right, well, yeah, you're the niche. All right, fine, you can stay. Yeah, you're the exception. But yeah, I just talk about how it's often, and how I talk about the distinction of two categories. You have the genre category, which is action, romance, slice of life, etc. But you also have the demographic category, a shonen, and often action and shonen intersect, but not always. It's important to know the distinction, and that anime is a medium, it's not a genre. Um, And yeah, I drop a few more examples, blah blah blah, and that was it. Seemed to do all right. Um,
That's good to
shit.
know.
Yeah, I had to do an essay today. Formative analysis of Irokawa Daikuchi's The Culture of the Meiji Period. Uh, Basically a fucking book report.
Was it a good book? Would you recommend it?
For an academic book, it was easy to read, but I was able to make pretty good progress in it. Because academic books can be really fucking stuffy. Um, so, but it talked about too many disparate things, and the guy was basically using things he discovered as his case studies, and he relied too much on case studies. Like, okay, I get it. This is the third chapter that you're talking about a wildly different topic, and you're using that same house in that same village on the outskirts of Tokyo where you discovered a cache of documents, and you're relating it back to that. This is not the culture of the entire Meiji period, but he's skilled in sort of crafting a coherent narrative. So, it was relatively easy to read, but I felt it was a bit too much masturbatory in promoting his own previous work. Like at one point, the guy just fucking copy and pastes a newspaper article he did in the '60s. Like, bruh. But on the anime one, so yeah, there was a song. So it's been really bad for having anime OPs stuck in my head. I had the OP for Mahotsuke Sari, which is the first ever shoujo anime, in my head for a week. And then this week, when we were doing about yokai, we talked about a show called Gege no Kitaro. I don't know if you've heard of that.
I haven't.
It was basically the first yokai show. But the thing about Gege no Kitaro is that it's done every 10 years. Every 10 years, a new series comes out.
How do you spell
Basically,
that?
because Gege no Kitaro.
Oh, see, I was going GI.
No, yeah, ge, not gi. Um, and the ge is just sort of the onomatopoeia for spooky, scary. So it's scary Kitaro.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Oh, don't even, please don't. But the opening is an absolute banger, and they keep the opening song, but they change the instruments. So the original one in the '60s still has like orchestral music to it, like an orchestral accompaniment. In the '80s, it starts getting really funky, and shit like that. And of course, the animation style changes and
2010,
shit.
it was dubstep.
And it's honest. It's like again, apologies for singing, but it's like ge 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 no ge. Minna de utao ge 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 ge. It's incredibly catchy. And I was talking about it with my Japanese teacher because I wanted to ask why certain, grammatical questions about the song. Like I got the meaning of the song, but I was confused with a couple of words here or there. So I was like, why is this used? Why is this used? And then I was basically telling her the exact same thing. And I bring up that I had the Sally song in my head. And of course, this anime was done like 55 years ago when she is like a 60-year-old Japanese woman. So it was the perfect time for her to watch it. So she knew the words, and so we just both started singing it immediately. It was quite wholesome. Wholesome moment. 100. Keanu Reeves Chungus. And yeah, it's quite interesting. Next week we're doing The City, and then the week after we're doing
The Tale of Two Cities.
So
Nice one. Uh, we're doing how animation is made, so that I think that's really going to be a. From what I can gather, that's going to be an actual like we've looked at animation techniques, we've looked at whatever, but week 7 we're going to be doing. Okay, this is how anime studio is set up. This is how it's set up. This is so. Um,
So is this the
yeah.
part where you watch Shirobako?
I don't know what that is.
It's an
Sorry.
anime. It's a
Really?
it's a quite enjoyable anime about making anime.
Oh, actually, no. I think I've heard of this. Yeah. Oh, I think I've heard of this anime
Oh,
actually.
I
Um,
know I've talked about it a few times with like Wolf
yeah.
B, and I've been telling fucking Potato that it's on his shit to do list.
Hmm.
Not to be confused with Isaacan, which is the other anime about making anime, the recent one.
Oh, that may be what I'm thinking of.
So
Maybe.
it's kind of like Isaacan is more about like actually like making anime, but Shirobako is more like on the professional scale of it.
Right.
So rather than like talking about like how I I think like Isaac's more about that first thing about making that techniques of anime and shit one, whereas
Is that the one where
Isaac's
it's a different art style every episode? Besides,
what?
I'm sure there's one where it's a different art style every episode.
No.
Okay, continue.
And you should probably watch both of them, but like Isaac's more about that whole initial thing, like the techniques of anime that you were talking about, but
Yeah.
and then Shirobako is more about again like how an anime studio works. That's it.
I'm looking at Isaac and no, wait, I may have heard of both of them. What's the other one called? Sorry.
Shirobako.
What Shiro Bako?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all one word.
Oh no, I think I'm thinking of a completely different show from both of these. I recognize uh the Aizuken, but no, I think I'm thinking of something else
Buzzy.
for the different animation style. So yeah, forget about it.
I'm trying to think if there's anything I remember like that. Not off the top of my head. The one that keeps coming to mind is over that now is like Pop Team Epic, where they just got a different voice
No,
actor for every episode.
yeah, no, it's not. I can guarantee it's not Pop Team Epic. Um,
That was a great fucking year. Or
what? Yeah.
season. Fuck
Oh.
it. I just remember that, and did I talk about Backstreet Girls last episode? I feel like I did. I know I've absolutely talked
Uh,
about it a lot, though.
I can't exactly remember it, so
It,
maybe you
it,
didn't.
it the one about the Yakuza guys that become idols.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
yes, I think you
I
did
was gonna
actually.
say
Yeah.
like more to the point, between that and Pop Team Epic, it kind of made I think it was like winter of 2019. It kind of gave the entire season this very like Adult Swim vibe.
Hmm.
It was very
I've never
enjoyable.
watched Adult Swim, so um, I watched that show with the puppets, not the puppets, the action figures. I don't know what it's
Robot
called.
Chicken.
Yeah, that.
Mm,
That's it. That's all I know about Adult Swim.
I mean, I'm sure you know more about Adult Swim. Just like probably not watch anything. Like I know I haven't actually watched in any serious capacity Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I probably fucking should.
Of course.
The thing with like the meatball and the drink and the fucking thing of
Oh.
shits.
Oh. Oh, Aquitaine. Oh, right. I'm saying it as if that would have got me. No, I didn't know what the show was called. So, Oh no, Aquitaine. Wait, hang on, what the fuck? It comes up for Aquitaine, like the region in France. It auto-corrected me to Aqua... Never mind. Please save this episode. Moon.
No, I've already shared my best bits.
No. Um. Trying to think. Like lots of stuff's happened, but it's like, it's like I've went from doing nothing and not having anything to talk about to doing stuff, but also not having anything to talk about
Yeah, but
because
finding none of it interesting.
yeah. So um, I've
I'm
got
very familiar with this feeling.
yeah, I've got a couple of things in the work. I'm probably going to be going out a couple of times, a couple of plans here or there, but that's for later. I'm doing my anime essays on JoJo, because I was rather limited in that I was sort of going through all the anime I've watched, and it was like I don't remember any of this shit. Like I don't remember what the fuck happened in K-On! Like I know I liked it, but
They made music like for 10% of the
yeah,
entire like 2.5 seasons. It's great.
yeah, like it was great, but like I've got to summarize a plot. I've got to come up with an overarching thing. I can't do that. I can't remember jack shit. So, I was like, what have I seen in the past year that I reasonably remember well? Monogatari is way too big, and the individual parts of Monogatari intersect too much that it's not like I could do an individual part. Jujutsu Kaisen I liked, but I don't remember much. I was like, I know I've watched a couple of other shows, but I settled on JoJo because the parts are relatively isolated. So I'm doing JoJo
And
Part 4.
everybody allegedly loves JoJo.
My teacher actually hasn't seen it. Dr. Lolly hasn't seen it. So it's like, fuck, I have to explain JoJo in like 200 words. Fuck, do I do that?
Just
Yeah.
200 words of JoJo references. Just like copy paste Muda 100 times.
I've been watching Seinfeld. That's pretty much the only thing else I've been doing. Very funny.
I doubt it.
I doubt you doubting it. And
Hot take. Seinfeld is just Big Bang Theory of the 90s.
bruh, like watching it because we didn't have Seinfeld here. We had Friends and every sitcom.
Yeah,
after Friends.
I'm very in the same boat in this. I've never actually watched Seinfeld. I just want to shit on it.
Yeah, so I'm only watching Seinfeld because now it's on Netflix. So I've watched basically every other sitcom, and watching Seinfeld is like. So I was talking to Sky yesterday, and I was saying like, well, Sky and Manlet, and it was like, so there's this bit in the fucking in like season 2 of Seinfeld where he's talking about how George has to take the car because he's about to score with a woman and he's got to respect the code. Now, that was done in fucking 1991 and fucking I remember thinking that How I Met Your Mother's The Bro Code was like, oh my god, that's so funny and hilarious and totally true and relatable. I was like 17 years after. Seinfeld did it first. And it's like, kind of me and Sleepy agreed on this with him finishing The Sopranos. It's that we're sort of seeing that everything's just a reference. so many things reference The Sopranos. So many things reference Seinfeld. Like I was watching the masturbation episode, and I realized that wait, there's an entire "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia" skit based on this episode of Seinfeld that I had no idea was based on anything. And it's very funny. It's tightly written.
There's an
you know?
entire episode of South Park about how the Simpsons did it first.
Yeah. Yeah. Seinfeld is the Simpsons of sitcoms. I'm calling it. There. I don't know. I haven't watched enough. I'm only like. Well, technically, I'm halfway through, but the early seasons were short, so I'm really maybe only like a third of the way through. But yeah, it's good. It's kind of like realizing that every sitcom is just stealing from every other sitcom before it. And basically nothing is original. Everything is stolen. Whatever. But yeah, it's good. It's funny. George is very funny. I like how he looks. Every time I look at him, I just laugh. Though I did
says
see
a lot about a man who thinks that Jews just look funny.
It's the Costanza. Like it's just everything about him. He's a funny looking fellow, as Prince Philip would say. Wait, yeah, I did use past tense shit. And there was something else about Seinfeld. I can't remember. Fireworks are going off and distracting me.
Oh, nice.
Now the suck because I live with like massive trees on one side of the house, and then like my house covering two sides of the garden, so I basically can't see shit. So I just get the annoying noise, and Misha keeps coming in because she's scared. She was like sitting on me for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that happens as well. Jack couldn't make his fucking mind up last night.
Oh. I do like the Jack pics. I like seeing Jack. Did you call him Jack?
Yes.
Or...
Most of the time I call him an asshole.
Based.
Stupid cat thinks he can avoid the cuddle tax. Yeah, there is a price to pay for getting food and having me open doors. And he might be fast, but he's not fast enough to avoid the tax, man.
Man, you just have to accept it and base your whole life. I used to be one of those guys who always had to like. I always wanted the door shut. Like I couldn't get to sleep if my bedroom door was open. Now I just have to like. Misha prevails, just have to leave everything open, just whatever.
No, fuck you, it's cold. I'm not like this. He literally just like the front door. Like he'll just sit out there and like wait for me to open the fucking door for him, and then I'll try and let him in, and he'll try and run all the way to his food before I can pick him up. I was like, no, there is a cuddle tax. I'm going to pet you for opening this door. And you're going to like it.
Are you thinking about getting another cat? Well, I know. Wait, Jack's not technically yours, right?
No.
Or is he technically yours?
No, he's not technically mine.
Are you thinking about getting a cat?
While I still have Jack, not really.
Okay.
I don't know. A cat is probably one of those things I'm going to have to think about when I'm, like, living by myself. Like, properly by myself.
Fair enough.
And then, it's one of those other ones where it's like, if I'm going to get a cat, I want to get a cat I really want. And that means getting a Scottish Fold. And getting a Scottish Fold sounds like a lot of fucking effort. Because it's not like I can just go down to the SPCA and just find a fucking Scottish Fold in there. No, I'm gonna have to talk to a fucking breeder. And as far as I can tell, there's only one in the country.
Oh, bro. Yeah. I don't know. I've dog breeds I kind of get, but I don't know. I've never really thought about cat breeds. Like, I've had people ask me like, what's Mish? It's like she's black.
Yeah.
I don't know what she is. She's a
It,
black cat.
it's kind of one of those ones where it's like there's there's going to be like some dog breeds that you know and some you don't. Like
Yeah.
you're very much going to know the difference between like you might consider a Labrador to be dog, but you're gonna you know a bulldog when you see one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Like, yeah, Misha's just a cat and Jack is just a cat. But
Can I just say I've actually just searched it up, and I think I found her breed actually. I think Misha is a Bombay cat. She's a fucking Indian.
but
So this. Oh yeah, sorry. Continue.
so it's like obviously they do have actual breeds, but like as far as most people give a shit, it's cat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean obviously so like the cat I had growing up, the one that like Bobby is like a Siberian one,
Mm.
and obviously it's I mean as far as most people are concerned, it's fluffy cat,
Yeah.
which that like there's difference between like that a fucking ragdoll, a Norwegian, and whatever, but like for the most part, it doesn't matter too much.
Just a
I
cat.
do think that of all of them, and obviously I'm absolutely biased on this, I think the Siberian ones are the cutest.
Uh, I'm looking at like all the cat breeds now. Um.
Like, I mean, if you want to get the main ones out, like you got that. Obviously, we've established like Scottish folds are a thing.
Oh, yeah, that the picture of the Siberian one. Okay, that is very cute. That is very very cute.
You wanna post the picture you're looking at,
Sure.
and then we'll just
Well, there's
post
two.
pictures of Bobby.
Um. So yeah, there's two.
That's right. I think I need to
Oh my
go
god.
through and double check that I've got all the pictures of Bobby because I think Paula posted a couple and I haven't like saved them. Yeah, it's one of those ones like yeah, I'll do it when I get home, and then I get home and I fucking forget about it.
Mm.
Wait, so
Shit.
is the top picture actually Misha or
No. So I was posting pictures of Bombay cats because it looks pretty much exactly like
yeah?
there's a
Well, when you got to clarify that no, this is in fact not Misha.
yeah.
It's a pretty good job.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Where I don't really know if Misha is a Bombay cat, but that's a Bombay cat, and that looks all the pictures of Bombay cats look very much like Misha.
Yeah,
So
although I'll be honest, like a part of the need for clarification is like the shitty quality of image.
wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Like it's phone camera quality, and then you look at the one below it, and like that's $3,000 DSLR quality like picture of Misha.
Right. No. The difference is good lighting. That's the
That
difference.
too, but
Like, no. You could easily get the bottom one with a phone camera. It's just, mate, I have shitty orangey glow one light, not much wattage lights in the house. Like, I don't have a fucking ring light, you know,
it says
or fucking light diffusers.
it says she confirmed for not OnlyFans.
God, these Bombay cats look so fucking retarded.
But I mean, on top of that, you got like yeah, so like Scottish folds, pretty easy to tell what a Scottish fold is. On the flip side of that, you've also got the American curls, which is like the opposite of Scottish fold. Conveniently, that's why cinnamon and maple are paired. Because they yeah, like the of the three pairs of cats in the series, there's they kind of complement each other. You
yeah.
know, vanilla is white and chocolate is brown. not black, but brown. With they
Well-
and they also don't have any distinct breed. They're just cat.
Based.
And then on the flip side of that, you've got like Mizuki and Coconut, which are Maine Coons and Munchkins. And if one of them's a Munchkin, you can probably guess what this deciding factor of a Maine Coon is.
Yeah, it's big. Big boy.
Huge. I actually got a pet
I-
one the other day. Basically a friend of the household has one, and I went over there one time. I didn't actually get to see it, because it's a big black motherfucker, and it likes to sleep in their laundry cupboard. So really, I kind of just, so I'm like, where's this big fluffy cat that you've been telling me so much about? And like, oh, it's in the laundry cupboard. So you kind of got to just like reach in and like feel around. And so fluffy, but I didn't really get to see it. All I kind of saw was the pair of eyes. You were going to say something.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Okay, I actually technically did know a couple of things of cat. I don't like Russian blue.
True. Same.
Obviously, I don't like any. I'll be honest, I don't like any of the fucking hairless ones. Siamese, Sphinx, etc. The Norwegian forest ones look really cute.
I mean, I'll say as far as like the Siamese ones go, not a fan of the Siamese, but I am a fan of the variants of it.
Nah, I don't like
which
any
is
of
the Burmese and the Himalayans.
them.
And what that it's basically a Siamese with like increasing levels of fluff.
Hair, yeah. So I'm looking at the Burmese, and there's a tiny bit of fluff.
Yeah, and then you got Himalayans. Yeah. I just really like that the whole like black fade thing.
Okay, so on the Himalayan, the initial pick on Google doesn't have the black fade, so it's like that just looks fucking retarded. But clicking on the pic, like look at this, right? Because I was about to say Himalayan cats look fucking retarded, right? This is the picture they have displayed.
It's a bit all over the place. Yeah, that kind of falls into what I typically know as like the exotic or Persian cats.
Yeah, like there's a lot of Turkish ones as well. Yeah, I was just clicking on cats. And so there's a couple of ones that are like black, but the Bombay has the features of a Misha, I think, but I might totally be wrong. I don't know how to identify cats. I don't know. I just want a white cat. I think a white cat would be nice as a good contrast for Mish, but I can't get one until I'm settled, which means after university.
Yeah.
But I want Misha to have a friend because I do feel bad about just.
Well,
she's an indoor cat.
By the time you finish university, by the time she has a friend, she's gonna be like old.
She'll be. Got her in 2017. So I'll finish in 20. She'll be she'll be like 7. She'll be like 7. Yeah.
Go to school.
But cats live pretty long, right? Cats live till they're like 15 or something.
I mean, the cat I had growing up lived to 18. Her
18.
daughter lived to about 14, 6. Yeah, I think 14. Because, yeah, Missy died first. Yeah.
Well, I want to get Misha a friend. Because she's indoor, right? So she doesn't meet anyone.
I'll be her friend.
Yeah, you're already a friend, but a friend she has around. So I want to get a white cat. But as for breed, I don't really give a shit.
I mean, as far as like generic cat-looking cat goes that are white, I'm not a fan.
I'll just see whatever's cute, you know, and you know if I go.
Oh, there we go. There's my controversial take. Not a fan of orange cats.
Yeah, I mean,
And I'm sick of going over to people's houses and they have this orange cat. I was like, oh, what's his name? Fucking Ginger.
Yeah.
Get better
But
fucking names.
the thing is with orange cats is at least here orange cats. I don't know why, but I think it's a very popular male color. And like for outdoor, basically, if you have a cunt of a cat, it's probably orange. So, they have a bad reputation
I will
here.
say the exception to like orange cats is cat Ron Perlman. Cat Ron Perlman gets a pass.
What about Misha Perlman?
That's not really Misha Perlman. That's just Misha. And she's also not orange.
I know. Hey, listen, right? There's so fucking few instances of fucking Ron Perlman as a cat coming up. If I've got an opportunity to segue to a Misha, I'm taking it. Even if I've got to force it a bit. Look at this cat. Look at that.
And that's a special boy.
Yeah, so that's a Norwegian forest. I'd like that.
But
cat.
I mean, like, assuming I couldn't get a Scottish fold or something, and I just got cat. Like as far as color a cat would go, I'd probably want another one like the cat I had when I was what 15, 16. I had a cat named Castro because apparently like Tesla was not cool enough for a cat's name, but like a grey cat with white socks.
Oh, that sounds adorable.
He was. Fortunately, he liked to play with traffic.
Oh.
That house was just a fucking death trap for cats. Because I basically moved next to a main street when I was, 15. And not long after moving in, we lost Nugget, which was a sort of like khaki thingy.
Well, like a tortoiseshell cat.
No, don't think. No, like he was skin color.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah, so he played in traffic, and then, well, you only play in traffic once.
Yeah.
And then we got Castro, and he was around for a couple of years before he played in traffic.
Mm.
And then I had no cats, all the way up until like I moved here.
Mm.
The end.
And now you have Jack.
Yeah, now I have Jack. Welcome to cat posting.
This is probably the best content of the podcast episode.
I mean, everybody likes cats. Tell us about your cats in the comments below, and not like atting me on Discord.
Yeah, let's use these comments for something. Man, fucking British shorthairs look so fat. Even like not fat cats, they look like they've got.
I mean, you're a British
teeth.
short here.
Damn, you fucking destroyed me.
Yeah. But this one fucking did something.
See?
Like, he knows you know.
I mean, they're cute. That's the thing. Like I
Oh,
don't know. I don't know if I've told you this, but we did have a cat before Misha.
I think I've heard about it. And yeah, as far as looking fit, I think it's because I think it's either these ones or it is the Russian ones. They're very prone to obesity.
I think it's this one because half the pictures look fat. So
Yeah, like as far as cats that you need to like put on a fucking diet, because if you give them more, it's gonna fucking show. It's these guys.
So just because I brought it up, I just want to finish the train of thought, which was the cat I had before Misha. Was called Rocky.
Did he punch a bunch of
And
motherfuckers?
yeah, he did. That was why he was called Rocky, because he would punch you. And my sister basically tricked my mother. She did this all the time, actually, saying, "Oh, like a friend's just gotta drop off a pet. We gotta look after it for 2 days." You know, cue 3 months later,
Oh
and we still
no,
have
my
it.
friend died in a car accident.
Yeah.
I
So
guess we'll have to look after it forever.
yeah, she would do this all the time, and yeah, we had this. She got this cat, called Rocky. He was a massive cunt. He was basically feral. He was basically a feral street who my sister decided to try and adopt.
Your sister be like, I can change him.
Yeah, no, she like legit. She like he would scratch you, like you know, for no reason, just scratch, like, and not like the playful scratching that cats do. Like he would just attack you. He wasn't toilet trained. He was, and we were trying everything. But you know, and we found out it was a shelter cat. You know, it was a shelter cat. And I actually, for some at the time, I didn't want it to go, but in hindsight, it was good that we just had to get rid of it. You know, we had to drop it back off at the shelter, because it just it was fucking feral, and so that kind of coloured my opinion on sort of, you know, like rescue a cat rather than go to a breeder. But it's like, well, I had a shelter cat once, and it was a cunt. It was a massive cunt. Um, but I remember because when we got Misha, I thought it was going to be like she was going to be like Rocky, and she hasn't been. She's skittish, but she's
She
you
stares
know.
at you and like pisses on Astolfo.
To be honest, Misha's a lot of that was when she was young. She actually hasn't wrecked anything, but also I've just learned not to, you know, to accommodate her more, not keep her locked out of places and stuff. So she's pretty well, but I mean she's like annoying, but it's kind of like, you know, if you know somebody who's annoying, but if they stop being annoying, you know, you kind of like them being annoying. It's like
Are we talking about literally me right now?
yeah, like, you know, she's annoying, but I love her for it, and yeah,
Oh my god, you
I
are
just
talking
love
about
her.
me.
um, yeah, oh, I'm gonna miss her.
You're talking like she's about to fucking die.
No, sorry, I've that's another thing. I've having to do my applications for my universities abroad.
All right.
Um, so I'm kind of coming to terms that I'm not going to be with her for a year. Because of course on all these forms is no pets. So, uh, yeah, I'm really.
Get her like a pocket hamster. Just to
No.
fuck with authority.
Um. So I'm gonna try and I really don't want to give it to my sister because my sister has 4 cats. Um.
But then she'll have that friend you talked so much about.
My sister has 4 cats. She lives in like the 10th story of a flat, like, and they're all indoor.
It probably smells fucking amazing.
Yeah, and again, my sister was she doesn't have a great track record. I'd say I do not want Misha in that environment. Um, so I think my brother is gonna take her. For yeah, uh, just fine. He likes her. He'll take care of her. But um, yeah, I don't know how my sister deals with all the pets. She got a fucking lizard. She got a lizard, and then she was wondering why all the cats trying to eat the fucking lizard. Like, what the fuck do you expect?
It's
You know?
food.
Yeah. And yeah, she's got this really bad habit of getting a pet and then realizing she can't take care of it and trying to give it to somebody else. Ah,
Fucking woman, am I right?
there on moment. All right.
Oh, there's the fun question I was supposed to ask.
Oh yeah.
You're not an image channel anymore. Why is that?
Oh, okay. So I think No Nut November is a shit meme. I don't like meme of it, but I am, you know, I do think I'm masturbating too much. So
What once more
um
time so everyone can hear.
no.
You cut off at the end of that.
Wait, did I actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like you mumbled
I'm
and didn't
yeah,
really
because
come through.
I am masturbating too much.
There we go. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So I'm trying to masturbate less. So I requested to be banned from the horny channels. Not that I would fap to them, but that I see a good picture and image, and it is mainly image. I see a good picture and image, and I'm like, ooh,
This is
ooh.
starting to really just sound like an issue with image. You know, I joke about how it's essentially just a softcore porn channel, but fucking hell.
Yeah. So and it might just get me in the mood, like, oh shit, I'm not doing anything else. So yeah, that's it. Obviously I'll go back, but because I'll be honest, it's even being banned from those channels, I still have Twitter. Hell, all I have to do is just scroll a bit down a bit and click the feet, and bam, I'm looking at the chick from Fate getting spit roasted, Like, this wasn't a foolproof solution. I
I'll
don't even
have
think
you
it's
know
doing
that
anything.
there is no chick from Fate getting spit roasted right now.
No, it was like 100 posts after it, so no. I literally clicked on it, and there is. If you keep scrolling up, there is.
I won't doubt it.
So, yeah, it's like, if I want to see porn, it's very easy. This is pretty much accomplishing nothing. It's pretty much accomplished absolutely nothing.
All
But
it's done is like make me have to go to general to post that the Vector figurine was out.
yeah, that's that vector's really nice. I do want.
Yeah, I think I asked, but I kind of like asked and then immediately fell asleep. Like you said the release time was shit. Like, is that because it's too soon or too far away?
Yeah. I answered you as well. So
Yeah, I
it's
didn't read
again,
it. That's what I'm saying.
um, it's so the month it's released is the month I'm traveling.
Get it sent to your brother.
Yeah, but then you'd have to send it to me, or then you'd be hoarding it for a year. Like,
Well, he's
I'm not
holding your
discounting
fucking
it.
cat for a year.
I'm not discounting it, but it's just like, oh shit. It's like I'm basically just being forced to think about it a lot. So I have to get my tickets and pay for all my shit.
Just
Ugh.
like tell this girl like I can't go to Japan. Why I'm waiting for an anime figurine to show up.
Yeah. Um, but it is it's a nice figurine. Um, but I also don't play Ghost Frontline anymore.
Same.
But it's nice, I do like Vector. Mm,
I mean,
I
I'm
can't.
still buying the wedding dress Suomi, and I've stopped playing.
Oh yeah, Big Eddie posting happened. Um,
What?
Big Eddie. No, Mad Eddie. Sorry, Mad Eddie.
What?
Mad Eddie.
Who?
I can't get it off. I can't. Fuck off, boys. Have you not seen the video? How have... This cunt. Yeah, my profile pic. You haven't seen the video? Oh my god.
No.
Oh yeah, I got Darkest Dungeon too.
Is it
Been
dark?
fun. It is.
Is there
Yeah.
a dungeon?
Not really.
What about a dragon?
I don't know. There might be one, but I haven't encountered it.
I wonder if I can make a game called Darkest Dungeons and Dragons.
Probably already been done, to be fair. It's probably a mod with that name.
Maybe.
Oh, it's Maurice bought me Spellcaster University, and so we made a lads university. That was a fun stream. I promised I'd be doing a stream of it over the weekend, so that's what between anime essay and that's what I've got penciled in. Oh, and I draw you as an Amogus.
A very cute
Okay.
Amogus, apparently.
Yeah, and you beat Potato Amogus. So
If you want to join in on these dumb fucking shenanigans and Gartic phone, you can join the Discord server. Link in the description below.
Yeah, my brain's fucking fried at this point. Anything else? Any more?
Don't sell NFTs, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Alright, see you all later.
Bye.